Hi there, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of the cake pops and cupcakes for your Cookie Monster. This is the fun part. If you're just joining us, we are done with our cupcakes and done with our cake pops, and we're just about to start decorating. So join us. I'm excited. Thank you. Alright, so this is your double boiler. Basically what it is 2 pots, or you can even use a bowl. It doesn't matter. As long as the bottom one has boiling water and the top has your melts. The top cannot have any water at all, or it could ruin the consistency of your melts. What it is on top right here is your coconut oil. It doesn't matter what kind. I use coconut oil. I've never tried to use any other type of oil. I did put a couple spoonfuls in there. It just kind of helps melt it down and it keeps it from burning. It's going to take about 15 minutes. Keep it on a medium. There's no rush. Keep it on a medium so it doesn't burn. It's going to take about 15 minutes to melt it down, so just leave it, let it sit, let it do its thing. Be patient. So just let it sit there for about 15 minutes and I will be back. Alright, see you then. Alright, the consistency is really good. See how watery this is? It's a really good consistency. So I turned it down to low. Perfect. I use a spatula, I don't use a fork. Everyone has their own technique. You could do whatever you'd like, but I just find that a spatula is the easiest to stir it and work with. But it's really up to you. Alright, so it just needs to start to cool down a little bit so we can get ready to go ahead and dip and stick to set inside the cake pop balls. Alright, okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and get these stuck into the bottom here so we can get those to set. It takes a few minutes to get them to set so they're not moving around when you're trying to work with them later on. So once you get all these done, then we can move forward and go ahead and dip the rest of them in here. Alright. While we're waiting for these to set over here, I'm actually going to go ahead and start filling this bag up with frosting. I literally just put this over one of my cups just to hold it. And we're going to put the tip on and everything, and then just folded it over. And then I just use a spatula. I obviously love spatulas. So then I just kind of do this until I use, I usually do 2 things of frosting, but since I'm going to try 2 different tips today, this tip and then the other one, to show the difference of what you can do with both. So I'll just do one and one. And we'll just see. We'll have a little fun today. Alright. Okay, so now it's ready to go ahead and dip. So we're just going to go ahead and dip it all the way in. And then we're just going to make sure that all the excess is off. I have the toothpick ready, so make sure there's no air bubbles. Just slowly give it a few seconds. And you're just going to do this with each and every one. Okay, so there is a little trick that I learned with these cupcakes. If you don't want your frosting sliding off of the cupcake, I learned that you just take a slice off a little bit at the top. The frosting is going to cover this, but go ahead and slice off a slim little layer And this part right here is gonna make that frosting stick real nice there. So you don't have to ever worry about your frosting sliding off. So go ahead and do that to all your cupcakes right there. Okay, we're just frosting. I just happen to like this technique the best. If you want, you can go ahead and do whatever technique you feel comfortable with. If you want to attempt doing little like grass-like, to do like a little Cookie Monster fur, it's completely up to you. If that's what you want, you could do something like that to give that texture, something like that. You could do that, or just do like a simple swirl. It's really up to you what you want to do. It's up to you. Alright, so here are the cake pops. They are fully dry. As you can see, they look beautiful. So if we pick one up, they look really nice. So what you're going to see is this part, and we're going to finish these off with the little eyes and everything like that in part 3. These videos get really long really fast when you're doing it from beginning to end. Here are the finished cupcakes, and in part 3 we'll do the spray with the little eyes and mouth, and some of them with cookies too. So we'll finish those off also tomorrow, but that's what they look like. And since they are frosted and they have the chocolate on them, you want to go ahead and stick them in the freezer or the refrigerator. Preferably the refrigerator, because obviously you don't want to freeze them. But refrigerator is best. Okay, thanks. So this concludes part 2 of our cupcakes and cake pops. Try saying that 20 times fast. It's really hard. It's been a really long day, but thanks for hanging in there with me. If you're doing this as we're doing the video, I know it's been a long day for you also. So this concludes part 2, and we will be moving on to part 3. And that will be including the eyes and the mouth for both the cake pops and the cupcakes. If you feel like you are too advanced to watch part 1 or part 2, go ahead, feel free to skip to part 3. That's definitely an option. So I will see you in part 3. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.